Yes, sir.
videos there. This here's a warning, okay? No court date, no fine, nothing like that. You can throw this paper away when you get to the house. Ain't nothing to really worry about, all right?
Okay, what was the warning for?
All right. Have a good day, all
What
right?
was the warning for, sir? I'm trying to understand what the warning is for.
It's for traveling under the speed limit, okay?
Well, how
You were
fast
traveling,
did you say?
what you say is kind of suspicious to travel under the speed limit when the speed limit is 7.
Well, from my perspective,
Sir,
I was traveling at 60, about
listen,
68.
I'm not going to argue. I got stuff to do, okay?
I
Have a good day.
did too when you stopped me, so I'm trying to understand. I'm trying
have
to,
a good
so I don't
morning.
make the same infraction. I'm trying to understand it.
In this TikTok, a sheriff in Sampson County, North Carolina, pulls over a black man and gives him an official warning for driving 5 miles per hour under the speed limit.
All right, may I ask what the stop is for, sir?
I'll let you know as soon as you give me your ID. Who you work for there? Is it wrong to ask you questions about where you work?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what that has to do with the stop.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't want, just casual conversation, that's fine.
Got
I got you stopped there. You're driving 65, and speed limit 7. I'm just wondering what's wrong. I mean, are you okay?
Other than
I mean, you okay? I mean, you ain't
traveling 5 miles below the speed limit.
Yes, sir. I'm just checking on you. That's all I'm doing. Okay.
So this is a truly dystopian scene where the sheriff is harassing a black man, attempting to find something, anything he can arrest him for. And when he can't, the sheriff gives him a warning for driving too safely. Look at how much of a coward this guy is. He can't even answer the driver's questions regarding how the driver should attempt not to make the same mistake again. There's so much to dissect in this video, but one thing is for certain. This North Carolina sheriff is a coward and a complete vigilante with no intention to fulfill his duty of protecting the streets. In the beginning, he asks the driver things like, "I just want to know how you're doing. Is everything okay?" And it's like, okay, let's say that this driver is having a problem or an emotional disturbance. Do you think this demeanor, this way of approaching someone who you have power over, is going to rectify that situation? A white armed sheriff who's clearly out for blood? Not only is this a complete violation of the driver's civil rights, it's also a disgusting waste of time and taxpayer money. And if you can't tell, I'm just a little bit furious about it. As some commenters on Twitter posted, the only violation the driver is committing is driving while black. As we all know, traffic stops have been at the root of our nation's reckoning with race and police violence. They can and have been used by corrupt cops to pull over drivers of color, and the cops then escalate the situation, sometimes, as we know, leading to the death of the driver. As the sheriff is basically admitting, most people drive over the speed limit. So it usually gives cover for corrupt cops to pull over black drivers, specifically when oftentimes they aren't driving any less safely than the status quo. But this video is chilling. The sheriff admits and doubles down on his Orwellian claim that driving safely is suspicious. So truly, what is this man supposed to do? All I can say is the fact that he had his phone up and ready to record the interaction is crucial in this day and age.
I'm asking you why I am being detained.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please get off of me.
Put your hands behind
I
your
am
back.
asking you.
Put your hands behind your back.
I am being
You are stopped for speed.
detained.
You are lawfully.
Okay? You can
Put your hands behind your
You
back.
haven't even asked
Put
for
your
it.
hands behind your
You
back.
have not even asked
Put
for
your
it.
hands behind your back.
No!
Now. Put your hands behind your back. Now.
This is wrong. And you know it is.
Put
You
your
walked
hands
up to my car
behind your back.
being aggressive for
Put your
no
hands
reason.
behind your
You
back.
call another officer out here right now.
Give me more units.
You
please.
have called another officer out here right now.
Under arrest.
For what reason?
You are under
You have not
arrest
even asked for
for
my ID.
resisting. Put your hands
You keep
behind your back.
changing.
Put your hands behind your back or the taser.
The woman who got tased there is named Tisha Bell. This happened in Austin, Texas on August the 28th at about 10:45 in the evening. Bell was driving along Highway 183 when a Texas Department of Public Safety cruiser pulled up behind her, put on its sirens and flashing lights, indicating, of course, that Bell needed to pull over. For her safety and for the officer's safety, Bell drove a mile to the next commercial exit, and then when she went down the commercial exit, she pulled into the first commercial business, a well-lit parking lot. Makes sense, right? For everybody's safety, pull into a well-lit parking lot. Well, it didn't make any sense, apparently, to the officer, Zach Maney's, because he was infuriated. He was yelling and screaming at Bell. He got out of his car with his gun drawn, yelled and screamed at her, and told her to get out of her car.
Get out
No,
of the
do
car.
not grab me.
Get out of the
Do not
car.
grab me. There's no reason
Get
for
out
you
of
to
the
grab
car.
me.
You're gonna be
You
tased.
have your
Get
weapon
out of the
drawn
car.
for
You're
no
gonna be
reason.
tased.
You haven't even told me why
Get
I'm
out
being
of the
pulled
car.
over.
You just
So no.
evaded. Get out of the
I
car.
was not evading.
Get out
I
of the
have the
car.
right to pull over to
Get
a
out
place
of the
where it
car.
is well
Get out
lit.
of the car.
I am getting out
Now.
of the car.
Get
You
out
can,
of your car.
I have the right
Get
to
to the front
record.
of my car.
No.
You don't have any rights. Get in the front of my
Yes,
car.
I
now.
do because I'm an American civilian.
Get in the front of my car now.
No.
All right. Turn around, put your hands on your
No.
back. Turn around, put your hands on your back. Turn
Do
around.
not, you do not have to grab me like
You're
that.
under arrest now.
No, for
Put
what?
your hands behind
For
your
what
back.
reason? What
Put
am
your
I
hands
under
behind your
arrest?
back.
Hands behind your back. And did you hear the officer say, you don't have any rights? Well, actually, even somebody who is suspected of fleeing police or trying to resisting arrest, they still have constitutional rights. And when it comes to the use of lethal force, pointing a gun at somebody or using a taser, the courts have long held that an officer cannot fire their taser or point a gun or fire their service weapon at somebody unless the officer's safety is being threatened or somebody else's safety is being immediately threatened. Was Tisha Bell threatening the safety of Zach Meany by trying to explain to him, here's the reason that I pulled into a well-lit area, I'm scared? Maybe he felt like his feelings were being threatened, his ego was being threatened, but his safety was certainly not being threatened. And oh, by the way, there is the issue here of race. Zach Meany, a white police officer, Tisha Bell, a black woman. Bell referred to this dynamic in a video about the incident.
Just because I'm dark skinned doesn't mean that I don't feel pain. Like, maybe you can't see my bruises the way you can on someone who's light skinned, but my body still hurts. This whole altercation is just so wild, so beyond me. And I just hate to think, like, because he was having a bad day, that means that a lot of my life is like forever changed.